Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Monday. Today I'm coming at you with our weekly Minks Monday Q&A. And before we get started, let me share the bag that I'm currently rocking. And that is my newest purchase, my Celine mini luggage. Loving this bag, loving the color, and I just can't seem to put it down. All right, so let's get started, shall we? With the very first question from Andrina Ortiz. Minnie, now that you're buying more Chanel, are you going to downsize your Louis Vuitton collection? I have actually been downsizing my Louis Vuitton collection for the last year. And some of those items were able to help me purchase some of the newest Chanel purchases that I had been getting. But yeah, I started last year, especially after everything happened with my wallets, and then with the first Pochette Matisse. I wanted to downsize, and especially since some of the items that I hadn't been used for over a year, and I just I wanted to sell those, and then that way whoever purchased them, I knew that they would end up using them and enjoying them, and that's what I ended up doing. But yes, it's been about a year, maybe a year and a few months that my collection has slowly gotten to where it's at now. Okay. Joanne A. would love to hear your opinion on the Chanel's Rock and Roam bag. Okay, so truth be told, I purchased the Rock and Roam bag from Chanel. It was before I got my Celine. It was actually that same weekend. And I went for the burgundy. And they actually, when they released the Rock and Roam bag, the flat bag, they had two different styles or two different colors that were available for the boutiques, or for the department stores and for the boutiques. So they had a slightly different color. I think it was the dark red was for like Neiman Marcus, and then the burgundy was for the boutique stores. And I went for the burgundy because you guys know my love for burgundies and reds and whatnot. And the same day that I got my bag, the next day I actually ended up returning it because what I noticed, and I'll insert a picture right about now. So since the bag is made out of soft matte caviar leather, it's not the same as regular caviar leather. And what ends up happening is that any oils that you have on your hand will end up being absorbed through the caviar a little bit more. And I'll insert a picture here as well. So that stain that I just shared with you guys is actually something that I noticed on the back pocket of it when I was looking over it, over every little nook and cranny that I didn't initially notice when I first got the bag. And I called my sales associate right away and I said, hey, I noticed a stain on the back pocket. What is it? Is there anything that I can do to maybe take it off? And he said that because it is the soft matte leather, it's something that could likely happen with hand oils. And at that point I was thinking, okay, if it happens with hand oils, what would happen if I had too much lotion on my hands, or what if I didn't wait? It kind of reminded me of the Vachetta on Louis Vuitton items. And I said, okay, well, is there anything that you can do to take it off? And he said that you can try to rub it off, but at that point you're just kind of maybe like making not the stain, but the oil going deeper into the leather. So I just said, okay, then I don't think this is a bag for me, because when I think of caviar leather, I think of very carefree, and I think of not having to baby it. And while I do absolutely love the style of the bag, I think it's fantastic. It's incredibly comfortable, this bag. But I just didn't want to have that worry, and the color, as I said before, is the burgundy. That's the one that I chose. The color it's very different because also, again, you have that natural process. And when you look at the bag in certain lights, it looks burgundy. When you look at the bag in certain, when you look at it from this angle, it looks a little bit more brown. It definitely does have a brown undertone. And I didn't want to have a brown bag come 6 months or come a year later after, use and whatnot. But it ended up not working out for me. That's why you guys didn't see it, as an unboxing or anything like that. And I've told you guys in the past that whenever I get something, I have to be really sure of it if I want to share it with, if I'm going to do an unboxing. And like I said, it was literally less than 24 hours from when I got it to when it went back. And that same day is when I actually ended up picking up my Celine. So, I would have loved for the bag to have worked out for me. And I also thought that because it had the soft matte caviar leather, that maybe it wouldn't hold its shape as well. However, I noticed that because of how many compartments it has and because of the style of it, it actually does end up holding its shape. And I just, like I said before, it's extremely comfortable. It is very, very user friendly, but I just could not get over how like I said before, I don't want to say the word delicate, how much I would have to baby the caviar leather, because I like the fact that the caviar leather, I mean, if something gets on it, you could just wipe it off and you're good to go. But it did not end up working out for me. And for those of you that don't know, the Rock and Roam bag retails for $3,100 here in the States. But yes. Okay, it's never full. I want to dip my toes into Louis Vuitton wallets. I know that the Sarah wallet is the most popular, but I'm not keen. It's either the Emilie or the Cassia wallet for me. There's only a 10-pound difference in the UK between the two. What are your thoughts? So the Emilie wallet for us here in the States retails for $480, and the Cassia wallet retails for $500 here in the States. And it's pretty much the exact same wallet. The only difference is that I'm probably saying it wrong. The Cassia wallet has a little. So it has the details of the damier band on one side, and then on the sides of it, it's kind of flipped around. So they're horizontal versus vertical, or vice versa. I'm sorry. And I don't think I like that detail of it. That's the main reason why I ended up, not picking up anything from that collection or keeping anything from that collection, because of how kind of funky I think that the print looks, with two different prints going, or the same print going two different ways. So for that matter, I prefer the Emilie wallet. I really like that wallet anyways. It's very similar to my Josephine. So that's the one that I would personally go for. But if you like the different style, if you like the different design, then go for that one. Okay, Bunny Bear 77. I own a Tivoli GM, and I just noticed Louis Vuitton discontinued this style. Does that action reduce the original value of my handbag? Not at all. Actually, it depends on really the popularity of the bag. I know that I had the Tivoli, and it is a beautiful bag. It just didn't end up working for my lifestyle, and it's just one of those bags that I think it's gorgeous, and if someone really likes it, I think that, of course, depending upon, the wear that it has and what it comes with, I think that it will still maintain its value, because it was around for so long, and so many people are fond of the style. So I think it'll be fine. But yes, I can't believe that they discontinued it. Yeah, so we will see what they will end up replacing it with. Actually, I haven't even seen if they replaced it with anything else. If you guys know what they replaced it with, let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, Ninja Kitty. I'm about to make my first Louis Vuitton purchase. Congratulations. And I have not seen any reviews on the Berri MM. I also love hobo style bags, and I think it's gorgeous. I'm concerned because it has leather corners and that also go underneath. I can see myself being paranoid to set it down anywhere. I also like the Sully and the Delightful MM. Do you prefer a bag with zippers like the Sully, or one that is open like the Delightful? I can see the benefit of both options. Before I forget, the Berri MM retails for $16.50 here in the States, and it is also available in the PM size. And the best way for me to describe it, I wish I had a picture to share with you guys. It's as if the Artsy, the Sully, and the Retiro had a baby. It has the bottom corners of the original Retiro. It has maybe the back charm and a little bit of the silhouette of the Artsy, and then the handle from the Sully as well as the opening. I had the Sully, and I did use that bag for a little bit, but it didn't end up working out for my lifestyle, because I felt that the handle kind of got in the way of the opening of the bag, if that makes any sense. And I would oftentimes have to move the handle over in order to get inside and be able to see everything. But personally, even though I can appreciate zippers on handbags for security and whatnot, I prefer my bags to be open. Even with any Speedies that I have, or my Almas, or anything that I have, I will always leave open, because I like to be able to get into my items as quickly as possible. And that's funny, because I've always noticed that with any of my bags, I leave them completely open. But I like the fact that you can get in and out of the Delightful easily. The Sully, it is a very pretty bag, but like I said, it didn't end up working out for my lifestyle. But it does have a little bit of a slouch to it. And the Berri MM, You know, I think it might keep its structure a little bit better because of the type of silhouette that it has. It is a very, very pretty bag. There is something about it. I think it might have the same little sag that the Soli had in the middle because of the lock and the dual zippers. But personally, out of the three, I would end up going for the Delightful. Again, but that's just because of how I like to have my bags open and not be too fussy with zippers. So that's personally what I would end up choosing. But whichever one makes your heart sing, and I'm sure you will make whichever decision is perfect for your lifestyle. And congratulations on your first Louis Vuitton item. Okay, Narelle Cordiner, do you think Mon Mono is worth it? What do you like about yours? I am thinking of getting a Monogram Neverfull with white and beige. What do you think the negatives are? So here I brought out my Mon Mono. This is the Speedy 30, and it is in the fuchsia with the white, and it also has the bright fuchsia interior. What do I think about the Mon Monos? What do I think they're worth it? I do, because the reason why I'm so crazy about the Mon Mono is because it's a little bit more of a step further of personalizing your Speedy or your item your way instead of just having a little hot stamp or something like that. You know, you get to choose the colors and you get to choose the little bit, well, they only have so many designs that you can pick from, but I really like that aspect of it. And I think the negatives would be that if you ever were to resell it, unless you found someone that has your same initials, then, you know, it might be good. But for the most part, it might be hard to find a buyer because of the initials, or maybe they don't like the color combination. But it's just one of those bags that I think of, okay, it's a forever bag, you know, and I love the color pink right now. Who knows? In 5 years' time, I might not like the color pink. I might think, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? You know, but it definitely has a story to tell. And I really like them. You know, they're a little bit more than the regular pieces than the regular Neverfull, but I don't know, especially with the Neverfull, because you get an extra little pouch with your initials, which is awesome, right? And you can use that for something else when you're not using your bag. So I like them. You know, like I said before, just a step further into personalizing your Louis Vuitton piece the way that you like it. Okay, Andrew Addiction. I'm wanting a catch-all SLG from Louis Vuitton, and I can't decide which one to get first, because I'm sure I'll end up with the other either way. Would you recommend the Mini Pochette or the Toiletry 15 first? So I unfortunately do not have a Toiletry 15 to share with you guys. Personally, I prefer the Mini Pochette, and the reason why that is because I feel that for a little bit more you have a little bit more versatility, and that's what I like. I know I talk about it, so I'm not going to give you guys an earful like I usually do, but you know, you have a little bit more options that you can use with this, and the Toiletry 15 is very, very cute. It's able to stand up on its own. Actually, you could do the same thing with this one, but it does have the washable interior versus this one that has the textile interior that can get stained pretty easily. But regardless, I think that this one might be a little bit better in my opinion. Again, because of the versatility, you can use it for more options if you wanted to. But yeah, the Mini Pochette, I'm very, very fond of. Perfect catch-all. That's actually what I use mine for, and let me just show you guys what I have in here. I have ladies products. I have Trident because you have to have gum. I have, what is this? I have a lipstick in here, tooth floss. I mean, I have all sorts of stuff in here, you know, and I've used this for so many other items. So I would just go for the Mini Pochette. That's just the one that I'm the most fond of. Okay. Treats of Luxury. I purchased a Chanel card holder in lambskin, and although I absolutely love the material, I realize how delicate lambskin is. I will definitely get a black Caviar leather bag, but since I also love light colors, I will eventually get a classic flap in a lighter color someday too. Do you have any experience with the light Caviar leather? I do. I actually have one item that is fairly light. This is, and yes, I still have the stickers on my GST. Don't judge me. This is the GST in the beige, not the beige Claire. And this has the silver hardware. And this was a seasonal color. And the beige Claire tends to have more of an, like a yellow undertone to it, or more of a yellow tint to it. And when I first got this, I was a little worried. You know, I was like, okay, what if, you know, I tend to wear jeans a lot. What if there's color transfer? I've had it for I think I've had it for 2 years now, maybe. Maybe it's been a year. I don't remember. But I haven't had any color transfer whatsoever. It still looks like the day that I unboxed it on my channel here with you guys. And when you look at it this way, it looks like it has color transfer, but I promise you I haven't had any issues. Of course, you still run the same risk, whether it's lambskin or whether it's caviar leather with the lighter colors, that you will get color transfer. So that's something that you should, keep in the back of your mind. But if you're just, careful as to what colors you use when you use the item, I think you'll be fine. It's definitely not as delicate as the lambskin colored, the lighter colored bags are. So, I like it. I love it. And especially a huge congratulations to my very good friend Wendy, who picked up a beautiful beige clair double flap. Gorgeous. But I do like the lighter colored bags, but knowing me, I'm the type of person that I go with black, or I know my obsession with red. I don't know why. But I don't want to be careful, as bad as that sounds. I get too paranoid, and, my paranoia kind of went over. It went away with this one. But I definitely don't use it as much as I use my black GST. Okay. Rosie Nunez. I'm thinking of buying a Pochette new model or accessoire in either the Damier Ebene or Monogram. Do you think I can get away with using it as a clutch for a wedding, or should I buy the Favorite MM, which I know you're not a fan of, but personally I love it. My budget is $1,000 and that's pushing it a little bit. LOL. I wish I could afford a Chanel mini flap, but realistically that is not going to happen anytime soon. Okay, so the Pochette accessoire, I love that bag. I had all 3 prints at one time, and even though I had the Eva clutch, and the reason why I'm saying the Eva clutch is because I feel that's the most comparable to a Favorite, and I do like the Favorite. I just wish it would have, worked out on my upper body as much as I would have hoped. But even though I had the Eva clutch and I liked the Eva clutch, there was just something about the Pochette accessoire. It has a very, very great price point, and I used it oftentimes when we would go out to dinners or when I just didn't want to carry too much. So you can go compact, but you can still carry quite a bit in there. And I think it's fantastic. It's very simple. It has a great silhouette, very clean lines, and it doesn't have too many bells and whistles, which I absolutely love. I would personally go for that one over the Favorite. That's just how I feel. Obviously, I know hundreds of you will disagree with me. But with the extra money, you can get maybe a little SLG, a zippy coin purse, I don't know, something like that to put inside of your bag. So you get 2 for the, for your budget. And, I think it's great. I do like the Favorite. Don't get me wrong. Like I said before, I think it's a great bag. I think it's very pretty. It's very chic. It's very, I feel that it's very dressy. But in that same sense, I like the fact that the Pochette accessoire just doesn't have that extra strap. It doesn't have anything like that. It's just I think it's very cute. It's very simple, and I like that. I think sometimes simplicity speaks volumes when it comes to some of these bags. So that's the one that I would go for. But again, whichever one makes your heart sing. Okay, NUR3110. I would like to know whether it is okay to keep silica gels inside a box where you keep your luxury bags or in your closets to absorb the moisture. This is a great question. The gel silica packets, I think, are great to keep in the box with your items if you're going to be moving, or if you have to store them into maybe for a surprise or something like that so that they can absorb the moisture. But for the most part, you want to make sure that you keep your luxury bags outside so that the leather can breathe, so that you don't get any cracked canvas or anything like that. But if you have an open area, like for example, like in this room, I don't have any gel silica packets anywhere in here because I tend to let everything breathe because of the space that I have for them. But if you have limited space, if you have a closet where you keep your items, then definitely the gel silica packets will end up working out. Just make sure that they're not left on the item, just somewhere around the item would be great. But yeah, I think it works. But like I said before, if you're moving, if you need to store it for a surprise or something like that, then that's when I would advise leaving the items inside of the box with the gel silica packets. Okay, Shafa Body. Hopefully I said that right. I have a few things on my current wish list, but I'm not sure which one to get first. I really want the sunglasses case, the Toiletry 26, the passport case, and the round coin purse, aka the Pomade. I have things similar to each item, example, a cosmetic case, the clay, etc. But obviously, it's never enough, right? Okay, so I brought them all out. So here I have the Toiletry pouch, or the Toiletry 26 in the monogram. I have the passport holder in the monogram. They're all in monogram. The round coin purse in the monogram, and the sunglass case in the monogram. Okay, so if it were me, which one would I end up getting first? Obviously, for me, hands down, it would be the round coin purse, because this way you have all of your coins in here, or whatever you want to use it for. If you want to use it for earbuds, but in my case, coins, and it's pretty stuffed. I would prefer to get this first, because you can ensure that the inside of your wallets stay looking fantastic without any of that dingy coin residue that you get. So for me, this would be number one. Number two, I would have to say, oh, it's a toss-up. I would probably have to say the Toiletry 26. Actually, it's a tie between these two. I can't really decide. The reason why this is, you know, a tie with this one is because I do tend to travel quite a bit. So this is always a little bit of a lifesaver. And I have both of my my husband's passport and mine in here. But this one you can use as a clutch. You can use as a toiletry case. So it has a little bit more versatility. Again, you could do the same thing with this one with the, let me take these out so I can, okay. You could do the same thing with this one. You can use this as a little bit of a wallet if you wanted to. So you can do that as well. But I just think, I don't know, like I said before, it's a toss-up between the two. I think this one might be a little bit better to go with because you have other items that you can use as a wallet, like you said, your clay, or just another small compact wallet that you might have. So I would have to say this would be number 2, this would be number 3, and this would have to be number 4. The sunglass case would have to be number 4. You know, I do like it, and I think it's a cute little item, but I think that you can get away with using the little pouches that you get from your sunglasses, or with the larger cases, or whatever it is. So I don't think that this would be too much of a priority on my wish list if I had to do it all over again. But yeah, I would go for it in that order: the round coin purse, the Toiletry 26, the passport holder, and then the sunglass case. Okay, and last question. Darth Diva, I have the fortunate opportunity to get a classic jumbo flap. What are your thoughts on the Caviar Chevron? Oh my goodness. I love the unique look, and it gives it an edgier look as well. I would like to get it in black with the silver hardware, giving it enough distinction for outfit alternatives between that and my quilted black Caviar maxi gold hardware. Do you think I should get the Caviar Chevron or stick to the classic quilt jumbo with silver hardware? Also, do you have any info on the wear and tear of the Chevron pattern? Will it show wear and tear faster, show creases, or wrinkles? Help, and please offer as much advice as possible. Okay, well, first of all, congrats. And it's funny because I was on the list for the black Caviar jumbo with the chevron detail, and I love it. I passed on it, but my goodness, it is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I am a huge fan of it, and it has more of that classic, it has more of that vintage Chanel look to it, in my opinion. And while I do like the quilts, you know, I think that they're beautiful, there is definitely something about chevron caviar leather that I cannot get over. I think it's very, I don't know, it's very chic. It looks very timeless, even with, I mean, I think that the quilts look timeless as well, but I don't know, there is something about that chevron. And honestly, from what I have heard and from what I was told from my sales associates, that the chevron ends up wearing pretty much the same as the quilts do. I haven't heard of any issues. I have heard of people having issues with some of their small leather goods. I haven't had any with the ones that I have gotten. And then one of my good friends, she got a wallet on chain when that same line came out, and she had issues with the threading on the sides would end up kind of turning color, and they were a little bit stretchier than they should have been, if that makes any sense. But when I saw the pictures that she shared with me, you can see that it just didn't look like, you know, normal wear and tear for Chanel items, especially because she only had it for, I think it was a few weeks or maybe a month or something like that. But I haven't heard of any issues of the bigger bags like the jumbos or the medium larges having any issues. I think that you'll be fine because of the caviar leather and because of the design. I think they won't wrinkle as well. At least I don't feel that way in my opinion. But I think it's gorgeous. I think it's beautiful. I would definitely go for it. You know, I kind of am kicking myself because it definitely adds quite a bit of a difference. Even though they're both jumbos, you have a major variety. You have caviar with the chevron, and you have caviar. You said caviar, right? Yeah. Caviar with the quilts. I definitely think it's great. The maxi versus the jumbo. I think they're beautiful. So I would definitely go for it. If you guys can think of any other positives, any other pros or cons about the caviar leather, let us know in the comments section down below. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm saying a tongue twister and I'm having issues talking. Wow. But really, it wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't have issues talking, right? It seems that it always happens. This week I have a collection video for you guys, and then I'm going to try to film one. I'll probably end up trying to do it today if I can, to do one for Wednesday. But like I said, this month is going to be a little bit, there are going to be a little bit less videos than I normally would for the month because I have a lot of private sales going on. But that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for all the wonderful questions. I hope I was able to help, and I will see you all tomorrow. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day, you guys.